Okay, get yourself ready for your relaxation restorative yoga practice. So have a blanket to lay on just for warmth and for comfort, both of which are big priorities for this method of practice. Have a folded blanket for underneath your head. Make sure it's evenly folded. Have a bolster for underneath your knees, and then a couple of blocks underneath your feet. Also have a blanket to cover yourself over with so that you can really just spend the next hour just totally in relaxation mode. So you've got the bolster underneath your knees, blocks underneath your feet. Cover yourself up for warmth and comfort. Take your glasses off if you're wearing them, just to allow yourself to relax, and then a folded blanket for underneath your head. If you've got something to cover your eyes with, like a yoga eye pillow or just a flannel or a cloth, then have that. That just helps to, again, just helps with the relaxation and the quietness of the pose. So feel that your body is ready to relax. Just enjoy the sensation of releasing into the floor. Just feel that the floor beneath you supports and comforts, and give yourself permission to relax. Give yourself permission to be here, to allow the body to completely release. If you feel that you're not entirely comfortable, then adjust your position until you are. Focus on filling the lungs from the bottom to the top and emptying them from the top to the bottom. Filling the lungs from the bottom to the top and emptying them from the top to the bottom. With each exhalation, allow yourself to release into the floor a little more. Consciously unhook the muscles of the arms and the legs, so the body surrenders entirely to the floor. Observe how the floor aligns the spine, supports the physical body. Draw your attention into the soles of your feet. So that the soles of the feet tingle with consciousness. Draw your attention into the soles of the feet so that they tingle with awareness, and then let go of that tension. Just allow the body to just completely relax. Draw your attention into the soles of your feet and allow the soles of your feet to completely relax. Letting go of the control, just letting the soles of the feet completely open up and relax. Allow the soles of the feet to completely relax. Relax the soles of the feet and draw your attention into the tops of your feet. Again, so that they tingle with consciousness. And allow the soles to life with relaxation. Just relaxing the top of the foot, relaxing the bottom of the foot, and then sending that same awareness into the shins, to the kneecaps, and up into the chest. Relax the shins into the bolster, relax the knees, relax the thighs. Sink in the body parts into the floor. Allow the sensation of relaxation to stretch from the feet up into the shins, into the thighs, and consciously soften the hips. Relax the abdomen and allow the muscles around the ribs to completely soften. Soften the abdomen and the rib cage and the shoulders, allowing your arms to sink into the floor. Draw your attention into the shoulders and the arms and the hands. When you release your shoulders and your arms, then draw your attention into the breath, distributing the breath from the heart area into all of the appropriate places. Just let the physical body release. Soften the shoulders and the neck. Soften the skin around the scalp. Soften the skin around the face and in the inner ear and around the jaw. Use each subsequent exhalation to soften the skin around the face and to allow yourself to relax into the floor. We rarely give ourselves the opportunity to truly relax. So this is a really welcome opportunity to soften and release. Enjoy the silence and the lack of demand on your physical body and your mental body. As you stay in this basic relaxation pose, observe how your body gets closer to full relaxation. Enjoy this sensation of doing very little for maximum returns. In a moment or two we're going to just disturb ourselves, but no rush, just allowing the body to completely release. Okay, when you're ready to disturb yourself, just gently, very gently wriggle your toes, wriggle your fingers, just remove the pillow from your eyes and bend your knees, bring your feet onto the bolster. Have the feet apart and the knees together, just resting into the floor. And then very gently roll over onto your right side, just stay down for a breath or two. And then straighten out the top leg, bring yourself up into a seated position for a moment, just sitting across legs, just observing how your energy has changed. Okay, we're going to do our side lying stretch that just helps to really open up the energy of the shoulders and the upper body. So get a bolster. I prefer an oblong bolster for this, but any bolster will be fine. Have a block for your head and have a blanket on top of that so that it's going to be really comfortable for your head. So you're going to sit on your right side. Doesn't really matter if you start on right or left, but just facing the camera probably. And then the hip is a little way away from the bolster, but then you lengthen out along the bolster so that the bolster is underneath the armpit chest. And then you bring the shoulder that's on the floor, just bring it down onto the floor. Have that arm that's on the floor in a little right angle. And then you can either stay with your arm resting on your hip, or you can stretch the arm over your ear and then allow the body to release into the floor. And then just stay. Just for comfort if you need to. Otherwise, just allow the body to release into the floor. As you know, as we progress into the sequence of poses, I'll speak less and less so that you can just relax without feeling that you need to be attentive and listen. So just allow the body to relax into the floor. Aiming to breathe evenly into both lungs and evenly out of both lungs. Just giving into the bliss of the practice. Just enjoying the feeling of complete release. Okay, bring the top arm back to rest on the hip. Push the bottom arm into the elbow into the floor, and then bring yourself up into cross legs. Just observe the feeling of freedom around the neck and around the chest. Maybe it doesn't feel even at this stage, so we'll just go on to do the same pose but on the other side. Again, no rushing, just moving at a really sedate pace. Keep the knees bent, stretch yourself over the bolster, have the bolster underneath the armpit chest. Have the floor shoulder, on the floor in the right angle. Have the head resting on the block and extend the other arm over your ear. Okay, bring the top arm back onto the hip. Push your bottom elbow into the floor and then just sit yourself in a good Cross-leg position. Feel the energy around the chest and the shoulders. Feeling how your energy has changed. And then just a little spinal twist. So sitting in almost the same position as previously. So have the bolster long ways this time. You don't need anything for your head particularly. Keep your knees bent as they were before, and the bolster close to the hip. And then you're just going to lift the chest and drive the front of the chest along the bolster, and then let your head rest on one side. So a little gentle supported spinal twist. Have your elbows wide enough apart so that you're not supporting your weight with your arms, you're just using the bolster to drape over. Just change the position of your knees if it feels too strong or feels like it's not doing anything. Just move the knees away from the body to intensify it, move them up towards the body to soften it. Okay, push your hands into the floor underneath your shoulders. Push yourself up into cross legs again. Just observe how your energy has changed. And then sit on the other hip. Bend the knees in the opposite direction. Facing, bring the chest to face the bolster as much as you can. Lengthen your chest along the bolster and then rest your head on the other side this time. So the chin is always in the same direction as the knees. And then when you're ready, push your hands into the floor underneath your shoulders, push yourself up into cross legs, just sit in cross legs for a moment. Just observing your energy. And then keep the bolster where it is. We're just going to have a bolster for our head. And we're just going to keep the legs outstretched and guide your back down along the bolster for our heart pose. Now, if it feels too strong in your back, then just shuffle yourself away from the bolster slightly. So don't be too close as you sit back. Have the blanket folded, maybe double, so that you give yourself a good supportive little pillow underneath your head. And then allow yourself to just gently relax into the floor. So just making sure that you're warm and you remain comfortable. Allow yourself to release into the floor. Just push yourself up into a seated position. Just gently move the bolster away from behind you and just put the bolster underneath the knees just for the last couple of minutes. A folded blanket, just folded normally underneath your head, and then just come down back into our basic relaxation pose, the pose that we began with. And then just allow yourself to release into the floor. Just for the last couple of minutes, just letting the physical body release into the ground, feeling that you can allow the body to become heavy. Allow muscles to relax around the bones and to feel your energy radiating from your bones and into the muscles. Radiating from your bones and into the muscles and into the organs. Just a pleasant feeling of energetic lightness radiating from the bones and into the muscles, into the organs, into the flesh and the skin. To disturb yourself, just gently wriggle your toes, wriggle your fingers, bend your knees, bring your feet onto the bolster, have the knees apart, the knees together and the feet apart, just resting your back into the floor. And then very gently roll over onto your right side. Stay down for a breath or two. And then straighten out the top leg, come back up into the seated position. Just coming up into cross legs with your hands in Namaste, a final spinal lift. Draw your breath in through your nose and down into the abdomen. Be conscious of the energy that you have released through your practice. Good, positive, healthy flow of clean energy that the extensions and the forward bends and the reclining poses bring to the body and to the mind. And then draw your chin down to meet your chest. Just spend a moment to acknowledge the positive energy you've created inside. And then send some of that positive energy out into the world. And then gently release the backs of your hands down toward your knees, palms facing upwards. Bringing the tip of the index finger together with the tip of the thumb, just raising your head as you allow your eyes to gently open and the focus to softly come back. Thank you very much. Thank you. So hopefully you feel as though you have really lifted your energy, giving yourself really good positive energy to put into the rest of your evening. So thank you very much for joining me.